Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bluebird and Bee Tarot. I am so excited that you're here today so we can dive into this very juicy topic, which is what makes your person melt about you. And yeah, let's take a look at the piles. We have 3 piles to choose from. I'm so excited to get into this. I'm like, forget the piles. Let's just dive in. But no, we need to do the piles. So let's take a look. And I did just want to point out, so these stickers, I picked them up in a shop in North Carolina when my dog Pepper and I were kind of bopping around the East Coast over the fall, looking at the leaves changing. And yeah, they're by a small local artist. And I love that they're not mass produced. They're like someone independently doing their art. That I think that's very beautiful. And yeah, when I saw them, they kind of made me melt. So I thought that they would be very lovely objects to use for the choices today. So the first pile we have is the Way of the Panda Tarot and this gorgeous butterfly sticker. And then the card that I'm going to show from each deck is the Sun card, because I just thought that was kind of funny because it's got sort of a dual meaning. It's like, yes, the sun is happiness and it does give you that, oh, yay, melty feeling, but also the sun is hot and so it melts things, and that made me laugh. Alrighty, so so that's pile 1. The Way of the Panda Tarot is pile 1. Pile 2 is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and it's this gorgeous bee sticker, which of course I have an affinity to. I don't know if people have read in my description, but the reason for the bee part of the channel of my name, one of the reasons, is that I used to be a classroom teacher and my classroom theme was the bees. And yeah, that makes me very nostalgic for my days teaching the little second graders. Okay, and then this is the Sun card from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Alrighty, so then we have the Rainbow Heart Tarot and this gorgeous, just stunning crystal formation sticker. And then this is the Sun card from the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And that is pile 3. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to kind of meditate, see which pile you're drawn to. You can absolutely be drawn to more than one. If the time that is allotted in the video is not enough to choose your pile, then you can always pause the video and just meet me down at the timestamp below. But yeah, the piles are timestamped down below, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this gorgeous butterfly sticker or the Way of the Panda Tarot, you have arrived at your reading. So yeah, let's grab some oracle cards to dial into the energy of what makes your person melt about you. So Spirit, tell me into the energy of what makes pile 1's person melt about them. What makes pile 1's person melt about them? Okay, pile 1. First of all, I've got to tell you, I see a lot of heart energy here. There's a lot of green in both of these cards. Obviously, this crystal is green. There's a lot of green in the coloring on the rabbit. And then in this central card here, her heart is actually on fire. So yeah, I think that your beautiful, gorgeous, generous, heart, your huge heart definitely makes your person melt. So this is Jade. So Jade could also be a name that has something to do with this connection. It says wisdom, abundance, and good luck. Jade is highly prized and sacred, a wonderful stone for protection and healing, and is known as a dream stone. Okay, so yeah, this person could definitely have been dreaming about you. And yeah, this third eye chakra is very open on the realized card there. So we've got, yeah, mastery, alignment, fusion, and wholeness. So yeah, I think this is definitely my pile of people with gifts. So yeah, you might read tarot, you might do Reiki, you might just be super in tune with the 5D though. You might not have to, have a whole practice about it. You might just be one of those people that is extremely in tune with your inner self and with your higher self. And yeah, I think that this person is kind of in awe of that, to tell you the truth. With this star card, I think they don't quite know how to categorize you. I think that you stun them a little bit, pile one. Yeah, and I think with this Think Quick card, you're very smart. In addition to, I think that's one of the things that makes them, it's very difficult to categorize you, because I think that in their experience, people are generally more spiritual, or people are more bound to the 3D and good at very practical things. I think they are not used to a person that has a real handle on 3D thought and logic and is just extremely intelligent and well-reasoned. I feel like all of your opinions are very well-reasoned. So even if they don't agree with you, they have to respect it because you have such good reasons and you've clearly given it thought. But then I think you also believe a lot of things that they're not quite sure about, and that seem to them from the outside to be a real leap of faith versus logic. So I think with this tree and this star coming out together, I think it's very difficult for them to grapple with how you balance being very well rooted in the 3D, but also having your spirit exist in the celestial. Like, you are of the earth, but you are also of the sky. And yeah, I feel like they kind of can't process it, to tell you the truth. But the one thing that they absolutely know is that they respect you. They, pretty much every word that comes out of your mouth, they hang on it. I mean, there's so much here about wisdom and intelligence. Yeah, and I do feel like you are probably psychic, even if you haven't identified yourself that way, worked to intentionally develop your gifts. I mean, maybe you have. This definitely would be my pile of people who have. But even if you haven't, I feel like sometimes you just very instantaneously know things. And maybe because of your very strong rooting in the 3D, you just think that your brain is putting together subconscious cues at a rate that you can't really track the path of it, but you trust it because you've been right enough times. And I mean, that could be part of it. I don't claim to know exactly how your brain works and how the universe works. That could definitely be a part of it, but I think a real part of it is also that you have just a super strong third eye chakra, and you just know things sometimes. And those things are right. And I think this person does melt at that, but I think it also scares them a little bit. I think it makes them wonder what you can see about them. I think it makes them wonder if you can see through. Oh, I think they want to be impressive to you. Oh, I almost got choked up a little when I said that. I think that they want nothing more than to make you melt. And I think that they are worried that because of your very incisive vision, yeah, that may be more the category they put it in. They put it in. They may not think that you have gifts and abilities, or that you have, clairvoyance or something like that. They may just think that you're so incredibly incisive because of your intelligence. I mean, potato, honestly, it's wherever it comes from, this is your ability. And because of it, they are afraid that you see through them, and they are not going to be able to sort of stun you and make you melt in the same way that you affect them. I mean, wow. I think they also are brought to their knees by how passionate you are. And I don't just mean in the 18 plus sense, although possibly also that. But I think that there is nothing, like, you lack the ability to do something half-ass, pile one. Like, your whole ass or no ass. Like, it is, yeah, you're all in or move on. Like, something is not worth doing if it's not worth doing with your whole burning heart. And yeah, I think this person, I just saw an image of someone just lit up and just talking a mile a minute about their latest fixation or their latest passion. And then their person just listening to them talk with this expression on their face, like they are the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, so you also might be neurodivergent, because hyperfixations are definitely something that I have ADHD. So don't get me started on the topic of hyperfixations, but it's not as dangerous as getting me started on what one of my actual hyperfixations is, because I can talk about those at length. And it's rare to find someone who really wants to listen, and that unless they share the same hyperfixation. So pile one, you have found a gem. If you have found someone that just loves to listen to you talk because they love to watch. Okay, why am I going to cry right now? Because they just love to watch you when you light up inside, and they don't really care what you're talking about. They just love to be the person that you're talking to. Wow, that is pretty freaking awesome, pile one. I am very happy for you that you have found this person. That is pretty amazing. But honestly, I'm pretty happy for them that they found you, because you seem awesome. Am I? Sure, yep. Holding the deck upside down. Good job. Good job, Melanie. Starting out on a strong note. Okay, why have I not even started talking about these cards yet, and I am already tearing up? Okay, come on now. Come on now. What? Okay, wow, this is going to be one of those piles where I just basically sob through the entire thing. Okay, that's cool. Let's do that. So, you gotta love a journey that starts with loss and ends with healing. And I think that that's who you are for this person. Yeah, I think that, wow, yeah, I think that they have had experiences in their past that made them feel like Nothing is certain. Nothing is stable. The other shoe is always going to drop. And I think that this panda that's in the background on this card, kind of comforting the panda that lost their 3 pentacles here. They're like, it's okay. You've still got 2, and also you've still got me. I think that's who you are for this person. Yeah, with justice here, I think that you are one of the first people that has made this person feel not only balanced within themselves, but made them feel like the world could be a balanced place. And I do feel like it's your strong connection to the 5D that facilitates that, because I feel like lots of other people, when things just would suddenly go to crap in the past, lots of people would tell them, like, it's not that bad, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. But it never rang true like when you say it, pile 1. Because there's just something behind it that tells this person with more than your words that what you're saying is true. When you say it, they believe it. I also think that you have, I think that you have come into this person's life at moments when they were spinning out. And you have been a very calming influence or a calming presence. And you have been there for them and maybe even sacrificed to be there for them. And I think the level of appreciation that they have for that is immense. And I think that, that you have you've shown them their worth in a new light by the sacrifices you've been willing to make for them. With this Hermit card being the central energy, there could be so the Hermit card is Virgo. So, definitely there could be some Virgo placements either with you or your person. But I also feel like one of Virgo's kind of main traits is stability, solidity. And I feel like that is what you are helping this person to develop, is a sense of trust. I was going to say in the world, but I think it's more in themselves, knowing that no matter what the world throws at them, they can handle it. It's not about trusting that the world is going to be a kind place, because who can trust that? But it's about trusting that they can handle whatever the world throws at them. And I actually really like the fact that this is represented by the Hermit, because I feel like it's not that things will always be okay for them as long as they have you. I think that makes everything a multitude of factors better. But you are helping them to know that they can actually just trust themselves. And that's the whole prize right there. That's the whole journey. With this Page of Pentacles, I feel like they are taking it step by step. I think that this is not a person who is made for big leaps. I think this person has to digest things little by little. So, it might frustrate you sometimes when you see them as this shining light, this amazing, and yet they're still really hard on themselves. And they're like, why? You're like, why can't they just see themselves the way that I see them? And yet, this is not a person who is built to go from loss to healing in one fell swoop. This person is a person who is built for a journey. And they are taking that journey step by step. They are digesting the things that you tell them. everything, you may think that the things that you say don't have an effect. Every single word that comes out of your mouth, this person takes it in and holds it close to their heart and meditates on it and marinates in it. And it's a big part. The wisdom that you have imparted to them is a big part of what is leading to their healing, pile one. And yeah, I cannot even express to you with words the gratitude, the immensity of the gratitude that they feel that you are in their life. Which is unfortunate because expressing the feelings that I'm downloading in words is kind of the whole job. But I mean, it's sort of one of those things that is too big for words. It's overwhelming. Yeah, so if I had to boil down the one, like just one thing about you and your position in their life that makes them melt, it's the gratitude that they feel that you are in their life at all. They're so grateful. Oh, well, that was so beautiful, pile one, and I kind of wish you were in my life. That's amazing. Yeah, so let's get some letters, numbers, and charms. And yeah, if this is resonating with you, I would love it if you would hit that like button. Let me know in the comments how it's resonating. Definitely subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this. I would love that. Yeah, I do offer personal readings. You can check that out at my website if you'd like to work with me one-on-one. And what else? What else am I supposed to say at this juncture? Other socials? Yeah, I'll link my other socials. I have Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. Those are the main things. I love to connect. I would love to hear from you. I actually feel like there should be 2 or 3 more. Let me grab 2 or 3 more. 2. Why did the number 2 come out? That was supposed to be in the numbers, and I said 2 or 3 more, and then the number 2 comes out. I don't know what that means yet. Maybe we'll get more context for it as we go on, but I do love little synchronicities like that. It's pretty fun. Alrighty, so we've got KRVDOCRH. So, okay, so DV is making me think domestic violence. So maybe this person sadly has a very traumatic or violent past. That could be past relationship, or that could be family of origin. They may have suffered abuse in their past. And I'm really sorry if that happened to them. Or yeah, that could actually be you, pile one. And if that did happen to you, I hope that you have had like the help and support necessary to recognize that that was not your fault. And I hope that you have also found healing. Let's see, what else? Okay, so CH is making me think change. Yeah. So I do think that there's a big, you know what? I mean, that's something that's really going on in the collective is like there's so much energy toward change. Just so strong, like a push, like an undercurrent pulling people, and then like there's a push and a pull. Like change is really happening right now. We have R and R whenever that's rest and recreation. Yes, which is rest and recreation, 2 very important ingredients in the recipe for healing, for getting better, for recovering. Also, maybe there is a military connection here because I know that is what they call like your time off in the military, because I've seen MASH, so I know what R&R is. Wow. How much did I just reveal my age by letting you know that I've seen MASH? Half the people watching this are like, what is MASH? CH is also making me think, so that's one of those letter combos that one letter makes one sound, the other letter makes another sound, and then when you combine them, they make an entirely different sound. And so that makes me think that the two of you have a magic when you combine your energies that allows you to accomplish things, do things, like have realizations that it isn't possible, that it's more than either one of you could accomplish on your own. And then the last thing I see here is KO, which is knock out. And I think that is such a cool thing to come out in a reading that is about what makes your person melt about you, because you don't just make them melt, you knock them out. You knock their socks all the way off. Yes. Oh, yes. Wow. Wow, pile one. And I think that you probably are a knockout too. I think you probably are incredibly attractive. And I think even more so to this person. I think that you are probably attractive just to the average person, but I think to this person, they are just like, whoa, okay, cool. Hi, how you doing? Like, yeah, I think this person just thinks you are the pinnacle. Okay, so we already had the 2, and then we got another 2 that came out, matched parent energy. So we've got the 2 R's and the 2 2's. Okay, we've got 6 and 9. So that could be June or September as well, February, April with the 4. 0 doesn't have a month. But yeah, you can also combine these 42, 46, 69, dudes. Yeah, comment down below if you know what movie that's from. It's one of my favorites. Alrighty, let's grab some zodiac signs. Okay, we've got Taurus. Okay, with Taurus, and then we've got the Hermit, which is Virgo. Just lots of earth energy here, which I do think reinforces the idea that you are helping this person to feel so much more stable in the world. I think that they used to feel like nothing was ever stable. Things could fall apart at a moment's notice, but you are infusing them with the idea that they can create stability for themselves. They don't need to trust outside circumstances to give them stability. They can be stable. And man, what a gift, pile one. What a gift you're giving this person. Scorpio and Capricorn. Excuse me. And another Taurus. So freaking much matched pair energy. Love it. Oh, no. Life ring. Yes, this is what you are throwing to them. They felt like they were drowning, and you have thrown them a life ring in the form of showing them their own worth, holding up a mirror in front of them and saying, see, look what you're worth. Wow. So with Christmas, yeah, Christmas might have been the time that the two of you met. Christmas might just be a significant time between the two of you, or something significant might have happened at Christmas time. Also, this could just be that, again, with gratitude being such an overwhelming energy here, that they just look at you as being such a gift. Yeah, this toothbrush is really giving me these Page of Pentacles vibes because, yeah, brushing your teeth is not something that you do once and then you're like, cool, that's done for life. No, you have to keep on that oral hygiene every single day. It takes work every day. And I feel like that's what this person recognizes about this ascension journey, is that it's not something that happens in an instant. It's something that they need to work at every day. Okay, and then we have this key with the rose on top. And a rose is a very powerful symbol of love. So yeah, I think that you have been the key to opening them up to a whole world of love that they never knew before. Love of the world around them, love of themselves, and yeah, love of you. Absolutely. And, okay, and with wisdom, I think that that is how this person views you, as just the pinnacle of wisdom. Like everything you say, they're like, they have their mental notebook out. They're taking notes. Like every single thing you say is just like diamonds dropping. Like they look at you as like just ridiculously smart and wise, which are two different things. And I think that they look at you as having both, which is so rare. And yes, I mean, intertwined hearts. Yeah, we already knew that. But the thing that strikes me about this charm as well is that both of these hearts are a little funky. They're shaped a little funky. They've got little angles to them. So I think maybe you and your person are both a little quirky. I think maybe you have quirks that you share. Maybe you have different quirks, but I think that's a place you connect, is being a little quirky. Yeah, so with this hacksaw, I think that this is definitely, I mean, along with the toothbrush, like they recognize that they have a lot of past baggage that they need to saw through, that they need to, like, it's almost like these chains that are hanging off of them, that are holding them down, that are heavy, and they've got to saw through them. And they recognize that that's going to be a slow process that requires consistency. Okay, we got the bee charm, which again, of course, I always love when the bee charm comes out. But so yeah, if you were drawn at all to pile 2, that might be something that you want to check out. But yeah, I think that they are also very impressed with your extremely diligent work ethic, but also your vision. I think that they view you as both the queen bee and the worker bee. And I think that they are just incredibly impressed. They're so impressed by you, pile 1. That's another, if I could boil it down to another kind of nugget, that would be another one, is that they are just so incredibly impressed by you. And then finally with this wolf, I do think that you may be a bit of a lone wolf. They may be a bit of a lone wolf. Like you might both be people who have like very specific ideas about where you want to go in your own life. And it might be difficult to, not share. It's not difficult to share, but it might be difficult to hand over control. Also, you both might be people that require a lot of alone time with this hermit card to kind of soak in your own thoughts and let things marinate and come to, yeah, you both might be very invested in your internal lives, in the life of the mind. And I think that makes you, again, with these intertwined hearts, a very lovely pair. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile 1. This was very beautiful. You are incredible, and I think that your person absolutely knows that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Again, if this resonated, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, tell me down in the comments. I love getting comments. I love seeing how the different sort of life circumstances that the readings apply to. And yeah, if you want to work with me one-on-one via a personal reading, the information is down below. You can go to my website, bluebirdandbeetarot.com. But in the meantime, I am going to wrap this up by letting you know that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. Okay, bye, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot or this gorgeous bee sticker, you have arrived at your reading. So let's tap into this. Let's find out what makes your person melt about you. Spirit, tap me into the energy of what makes pile two's person melt about them. Okay, pile two. So this is really interesting. So we have wealth, and then we have the protector, and we have heart. So I kind of feel like you are someone that just makes people feel so very well taken care of. With this rainbow obsidian, we have hope, depth, evolution. Within darkness, there is always light. When rainbow obsidian's dark exterior is exposed in light, colorful bands highlight the stone's beauty. Rainbow obsidian is a gentle stone. Okay, so yeah, love that. Absolutely love that. But yeah, so I feel like this person looks at you as someone who invests in the future, who has a long-term view of things. And I think because of that, they look at you as someone that they can trust with their heart. Yeah, I think that this person has kind of a checklist that they put people through, not in like an arrogant way, like, oh, do you measure up? It's a can I trust you checklist. I think it happens very subconsciously. Yeah, I think it's something that happens in their heart. I think it's a self-protective measure, and also with this protector. And I think that that is the thing. I don't think that you checking all of the boxes is the thing that makes them melt about you. I think it's the thing that makes them feel safe to go ahead and let themselves melt with you. Yeah, I think with this wealth card, I mean, that could definitely be, 3D abundance. That could definitely be financial. But I think it's so much more than that. I think that, first of all, I think that it is a wealth mindset. I think that you look at the world as the world is going to provide for me because I understand how to exist in an energy that causes that to happen. Like, you're very in control of your destiny. Yeah, and I actually just noticed I normally set the decks down with the back of them up, but I set this one down with the back of the deck facing up, and it's the nurture card that's on the back of the deck of that animal deck. And yeah, I feel like the idea of wealth, of both the wealth mindset and the actual financial abundance wealth, combined with this protector energy and this nurturing energy, it all just makes this person feel like you are capable of caring for them. And yeah, here we have tenderness, we have children, creations, and invention. So yeah, that could be another aspect of it too, that your very creative mind, your ability to think outside the box just fascinates them and does them in. And they can't get enough of the way your mind works, the intricacies of it. They just see your mind as this fascinating Rube Goldberg machine of constant actions and reactions, and one thing causes the next thing. And I think your mind is often racing, pile two. And I think this person just wants to run fast enough to keep up. But they are on the train. They want to go on this journey. Like, they are into it. Okay, yeah, I think they look up to you. I think that's what it is. That's the crux of it. That's the thing I was trying to get at. And like, I was trying to sort of, you know, like when there's a knot and you're trying to like pull at all the edges of it and finally you pull the one thing that makes it all come apart. Yeah, they admire you. They look up to you. They see in you a mental process and an emotional sureness and certainty that they definitely don't have themselves, but they want to, they aspire to. But in the meantime, I think they get a lot of feelings of safety and security through just being in your energy. They're like, well, if I can't have this yet, if I'm going to have to work to have this, let me at least be around pile 2 and then I can be in the orbit of it. I can be inside their kind of bubble of protection and brilliance. Yeah, that's what it is. Your bubble of brilliance. That's the t-shirt pile 2. Your bubble of brilliance. That's what you exist in this person's eyes. And yeah, I do think they melt in like the aw sense, but I think that they melt in like the oh my God sense. Like, I think that you are stunning to them in the very literal sense. I think that the things that you say and the way that you are very often stuns this person. They are so in awe of you. They may have said things like this to you before, like, oh my God, I love your brain. Or who thinks of things like that? I just heard that in my mind. Who thinks of things like that? So you might be a creative. Yeah, you might be an artist, a writer, a musician. Like they may just be struck dumb in awe of the things that you produce creatively. And just, it's so hard for them to fathom the brilliance of a mind that would come up with those things. But I feel like you are an enigma that they will never stop trying to solve. You're their favorite pastime. Yeah, they would rather work on figuring you out than any Sudoku puzzle, that's for sure. Oh, pile 2. Your person wants to be around you so much. I feel like they control themselves because they don't want to be like the annoying, kid sibling. They don't want you to get sick of them. But I feel like if it were up to them, they would just bask in your energy like all the time. And also, I think that they would be trying to gather more evidence to figure you out. Because you are such a fascinating enigma to them. Yeah, you inspire them. Yes, you inspire them. Okay, come on now. You make them want to learn more and try harder. Come on now. Oh, that's interesting that we got the Hierophant because I'm picturing the Hierophant from the Lightseers Tarot deck, and it's got a stairway very much like this. So yeah, they're climbing the stairway to heaven. And that's an earworm you're not going to get out of your head for a few days. So welcome to the club, pile 2. We're in it together. Oh, yeah, they want to be worthy of you. Come on now. Oh, they so badly want to be on your level. In lieu of being on your level, just spending time around you and soaking in your level, they would be perfectly happy to do that. But wow, do you inspire them to level up? Yeah. So with this Ten of Pentacles, I am feeling financial abundance here. So yeah, you, in addition to just inspiring them to level up, their whole life, to level up their energy, to level up their spiritual ascension, like you may also be inspiring them to chase the bag pile too. Like, yeah, because I feel like you are very bossed up. Like, I feel like, oh, your money, you got control of that. Like, that's not, yeah, you're on top of that shit pile too. Man. Yeah, so you may have been the impetus for them learning some big new skill. I mean, maybe it has to do with managing their money. Yeah, maybe like that phrase, managing their money. Like maybe they never thought of their money in that sense before, that it's like, oh, money is not just what you spend when you get paid. Like there's something to manage. Like there's a concept of managing it. Yeah. So yeah. But if money is more of a metaphor here, or abundance is a metaphor and it's not strictly about financial abundance, I think it's the same kind of thing. That they were on, kind of like when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're on this treadmill of just day-to-day survival. And so if that is a metaphor, I think you can apply it across the board to any area of their life. Yeah, with this, the Hierophant reminded me of the staircase and the Light Seers Tarot, and then we've got a physical staircase here. You may have inspired them to embark on like a physical glow up as well. Because, yeah, I think that they consider you pretty physically attractive. And yeah, every energy here is about them wanting to match you, not in a competitive way, and not because they feel like they aren't good enough. It's because they never realized that the level that you are on was an option for them before. I think you have opened up the idea of their self-concept, and now they recognize, like, wait a second, that could be for me. Wealth could be for me. Fitness could be for me. Like, I think that they, maybe even subconsciously, not that they would have expressed this in these words, but I think their deeply held belief was like, that's for other people, for lucky people, not for me. But I think you have opened up their eyes that, yeah, it's for them. And they can have it. They need to learn how to have it. They need to work for it. They need to level up. But then they absolutely can have this dream life, this wish-fulfilled life. And to tell you the truth, like, I definitely think their preference, their dream come true, their fantasy would be to be enjoying this beautiful, amazing, soulmate, committed life with you. But whether or not that's how the two of your journeys take you, this person's life is going to be immeasurably better for the rest of their life because they came in contact with you, because you opened their eyes to what they could do and what they could be, moreover, what they could be. And that is, I think, what, I don't even know if they realize that. I don't even know that if they recognize that you were the impetus to opening their mind to, like, oh, if so-and-so can do this, I can do this. I don't know if they've made that connection. I think what they are more likely to have consciously recognized is that they admire you so much and they look up to you so much and they want, why am I going to cry right now? I cried through pile one as well. They want to be a person that you can respect. And they recognize that if that is going to happen, they have to level up. And so they are determined to do it. But I think the piece that they may not consciously know is that you coming into their path is what made them recognize that it was even possible for them. And yeah, I see some similarities here with pile 1, mostly in I also feel a lot of gratitude in this pile. Like they are very grateful that you are in their life, but it's almost because in this kind of take on it is almost because they don't even know like why. They don't even know like what. They view you as being so far above them. They look up to you so much. They're just like, why does pile 2? What does pile 2 see in me? I have to develop these qualities that would make me worthy of pile 2's attention. So yeah, they're grateful that you are sticking in with them through the journey. And in terms of what specifically about you melts them, just about everything. Just about everything, pile 2. Because they view you at the top of this staircase. I think they do put you on a bit of a pedestal. Why did I say a bit of? Like, take that right out of the sentence. They view you as way up on that pedestal. Yep. I think when you give them like a compliment, I think it makes their month. And I think it like re-fires up this whole motivational cycle that is happening here. Oh, yeah. 100%. Okay, let's grab some letters, numbers, and charms. So if this is resonating with you, pile 2, I would love it if you would leave a comment and let me know how. Or even just that it is. I love it when people leave comments. I love connecting. I would love it if you would hit the like button, if you would subscribe, if you'd like to see more readings like this. That would be amazing. I'd love it for you to join the community that we're building here. Yeah, and I do offer personal readings. If you'd like to connect, you can go to bluebirdandbtarot.com and there's instructions there, or it's also in the description. But yeah, I just want to connect with you, pile 2, at whatever level you feel comfortable. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe. That would be amazing. Okay, TMI. That is hilarious. TMI. Okay. So, yeah, this person might have overshared with you before. I think this person just can't control their energy around you. I think that you make them so giddy that they're just like, like I see them as sort of, if you've seen those videos on YouTube of golden retrievers when their parent comes home from deployment and they just like, their joy is such that they cannot even physically control their muscles. That's how this person is with their mouth around you. Like they just like word vomit all over you because, yeah, I look at them as being just like, almost like a little kid, like so eager to impress you. Yeah, and also I feel like they would do anything for your attention, not in a like attention hoe kind of pick me girl sort of way. Like it's not in a manipulative, like they want to be the center of attention kind of thing. They just like your attention just lights them up from inside like these salt lamps. And I think like your attention feels like being on ecstasy to this person. So I think that, yeah, this person may have embarrassed themselves around you before or said things that seemed foolish or even said things that made you think like, okay, nerd, like what is going on here? Because I think they are a nerd for you, pile 2. I think that they just like basically lose their shit around you. Okay, JD is, okay, so that could be a name connected to somebody in this connection. That I think that's also the degree you get when you're a lawyer, so maybe there's something to do with the legal system here. FVQ, okay, let's see. Oh, TMJ, okay, so yeah, this person really cannot stop running their mouth. Like, TMJ is what makes you not be able to open your mouth very wide, and so... yeah, they may have, so that makes me think like they have a realization of like, why can you just not shut up? Why is saying nothing never an option when you're dealing with pile 2? Come on. Yeah, I think they recognize that they are like a giddy goofball around you. And I think they have no control over it is where the problem comes in. Let's see. David may also be a name that has to do with this. Let's see. Q makes me think of questions generally. So yeah, they may ask you a lot of questions. Like that may be a way that they open up conversations with you, is to get your take on things. Like, can I pick your brain kind of a thing. Okay, MD. So that could also be like, this could have something to do with the medical profession. Oh my gosh. If, yes, I was just going to say, like, if they're Jewish, their mom is like, you're a doctor and a lawyer. I'm actually Jewish, so that's not bad of me to say. But I'm not from New York, so that accent was inexcusably terrible. But yeah, that... every mom's dream. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm getting from the letters. Yeah, I might want to drop that where I'm at before I get even more corny and start to attempt even more accents that are going to be, like, believe it or not, that's one of my better accents, pile 2. So yeah, this is not going to turn into a festival of impressions because they don't get better. Okay, so we've got 1, 7, 3, and 5. Well, this is interesting because this is the progression. Okay, yeah, my second grade teacher excitement just rose right to the surface when I saw a pattern of all the odd numbers in order. That's so cool. I am not even being sarcastic. I literally do think that is so cool. And now you can see what made me a good elementary school teacher. But yeah, so I do think that the two of you probably connect on being oddballs, but I think that this also indicates that the energies are leaning toward progression in this connection. So that is pretty awesome. Yeah, but also, so you can take these also as indications of significant numbers like birth month, birth date, enneagram numbers, life path numbers, addresses, just anything that is significant in some way. Okay, we've got Cancer, Gemini, Aries, and another Aries, matched pair Aries, yes. Okay, so this life ring also came out in pile 1, and there was a charm in pile 1, which was the bee, which pointed to pile 2 as well. So yeah, pile 1 and pile 2 may very well be connected. Maybe this is describing like the two people that are in the connection. So one of the piles might be you and one might be your person. But yeah, okay. Hello, 3 pieces of nautical energy. So yeah, so there could be like a ship, boat, beach connection there. Oh, we also got a Christmas charm in pile 1. So yeah, several connections. Yeah, so with, with this anchor, I do think that that speaks to like this sense of increased stability that you have inspired this person to want to create for themselves, specifically financially, with this Pentacles energy. With this dolphin, I think that that speaks to the very deep emotions that they feel for you. With this life ring, I do think that, I feel like this says life ring on the charm, but every time I've said it during this reading, I feel like that's the wrong thing to call it. But I don't know, a correct name is not jumping to mind. So, but I do feel like they feel so much more afloat, like they're not treading water anymore. They've got this life ring now. They've got something to hang on to now. But I also did just see a very strong image of this dolphin jumping through this life ring. Not something that would be able to happen if these 2 charms were like true to life size, but with the size that they are, I just like saw that image. And I think that that speaks to how this person jumps through hoops, frankly, to impress you and to get your attention. And yeah, I don't think that it's their finest moment, pile 2, to tell you the truth. I think that it is, like, no shade against your person, but I think that at times it has maybe verged slightly on pathetic, but it's for you, pile 2. Like, this is the effect that you have on them. Yeah, with these flowers, that's them sending just like so much love. With this wreath, yeah, Christmas could be an important time. Something important may have happened at Christmas. With this bird that's flying, I think that you have given them a perspective that they never had before. They are viewing the journey of their life from a bird's eye view in a way that they never did before they met you. And I think they've had some really important realizations as a result of that. And then finally with this Leaning Tower of Pisa, yeah, so there could be an Italy connection here. This could be travel energy in general. But also I gotta tell you, again, this is not an 18 plus reading, but I am getting some phallic energy from this Leaning Tower. So, yeah, take it as it resonates, pile 2. Alrighty, so that is what I have for you. I hope that it resonated. And if it did, please, again, let me know below. Like, subscribe, comment. Contact me at bluebirdandbeetarot.com if you'd like to work with me for, on a personal reading. I would love that. And yeah, I am going to end this by letting you know that you are loved. You are worthy and you are enough. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this gorgeous crystal formation sticker or the Rainbow Heart Tarot, you have arrived at your reading. So let's dive in and find out what makes your person melt about you. Spirit, tap me into the energy of what makes pile 3's person melt about them, please. Okay, pile 3. So what makes your person melt about you? The first thing that jumps out at me here is that we have gratitude here on the manifestor card, and then we have clover, which is like a well-known symbol of luck. So yeah, your person feels like they hit the jackpot when you came into their life. And yeah, so let's take a look at the crystal card that we got here, Ethiopian Opal. Okay, rebirth, portal, desire. Oh, interesting, because desire is also on this card. So this could be the, like, Hot to trot pile. Reflecting the beautiful parts of your soul, Ethiopian opal is a crystal filled with bright flashes of color and revitalizing energy. Yeah, I do feel like you breathed new life into this person's journey. Full of joy, Ethiopian opal is a high vibration stone, able to soothe the soul and bring harmony to mind, body, and spirit. Okay, and I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. It also is making me think of the world, like the world. Well, I mean, yes, the world in general, like the earth, but the world card in the tarot, in the major arcana. So yeah, I feel like this person thinks that you are everything, that you are just it, that you are everything in the world that they ever could have imagined or wanted. And I think that they desire you very strongly. So I definitely think that you make them melt in, shall we say, their nether regions. It's not an 18 plus reading, so we'll leave it at that. And I think that, yeah, they really feel like they won the lottery when you came into their life with this gratitude and this clover. Yeah, also with this clover, another thing that clover's kind of known for is growing super fast. So I think that with this transform energy and then this fast growth, I think that you have been sort of like a video game cheat code for them to up level in life. And I think they want to know everything about you because I think each new thing they find out makes them melt just a little bit more. And yeah, with this surrender, they are in. They want to know everything. They have they're completely open, completely vulnerable. All their cards are on the table. I mean, let's just say, let me rephrase that. I don't necessarily know if they have expressed to you that they are completely in, open, vulnerable, and all their cards are on the table. So their cards aren't on the table that's between the two of you necessarily. Because, again, I feel like they're in a growth process. They're in a transformation process. And I feel like a lot of things in their life are in a state of chaos because, yeah, transformation is messy. Growth is messy. So they may be biding their time. I don't feel that this is a situation where they are afraid to tell you about their feelings or afraid of rejection. I feel like they just feel like the time's not quite right yet. Yeah. They're choosing their moment. Yeah, that's so interesting. I also feel like they see parts of you beneath the surface that not everyone sees. That may have been something that has surprised you in your interactions with this person. Is that they say things about you as if those things are so obvious, but no one else sees it. You're like, thank you. Yes, I am like that. Nobody gets that. They're like, what are you even talking about? It's so obvious if you just pay attention. And yeah, I think it is. It is their curiosity about you and the intensity with which they pay attention. That is what helps them see below the surface of you. And I think they like everything they've seen. I think, yeah, absolutely. Just like this Ethiopian opal, you can kind of see that the surface of it is just sort of glassy. All of the brilliant parts are underneath the surface. And so I think the world at large has really been missing out on a real treat with you, Pile 3, because I think they haven't seen the most stunning parts of you, because I think that you have to pay a little closer attention to see those parts. And this person has done that. And yeah, I think all of these gorgeous, brilliant, flashing under the surface parts are the things that really make them melt. And I think that that's the reason for that is two-pronged. One is your qualities themselves. Those the actual hidden qualities themselves do make them melt. And I think that curiosity might actually be one of those qualities, that you are just non-judgmental, that you approach interactions with just an air of curiosity. You want to know where people are coming from. And I think that, yeah, I think maybe this person is surrounded by people who are very dug in to their point of view. And so you coming in with just a like, why do you feel that way? I think they were just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Holy cow, I didn't realize that people could actually just be intellectually curious. That's crazy. Yeah, so I feel like that makes them melt. But I think that another thing about your hidden qualities that makes them melt is the fact that they are hidden. I think this person feels like they've been led into a special secret world when they see the things about you that are under the surface. And yeah, I also feel like on your end, it's sort of a two-part process where I do feel like there are aspects of you that this person has picked up on simply because they paid closer attention than other people do. But then I think that because of that, because you learned that this person does like what they see and they will pay attention to you and they will want to know more. They are curious about you. They're they want to know. I think that you have then felt comfortable to open up and actually show them parts that were truly hidden, that anyone else, even if they had been paying attention, would never have seen, because they weren't just non-apparent. They were actually truly hidden. And I think that you've shown them to this person. And I think that in and of itself, the fact that you trusted them that much, the fact that you opened up to them, I think that made this person melt. Because I think that you play your cards a bit close to the vest, pile 3. I think that it was not lost on this person what an honor it was to be let into your world. And I mean, I think that this person, I think that there was a real bond that's been built by sharing things with one another, by trusting one another. And I think the fact of that bond makes them melt. I think they're honored. They're honored by it. I think that you accept this person exactly as they are. I think that this person is likely also surrounded by people who are not only dug in about their own point of view, but want to bend this person to their point of view. And I don't think you've ever done that to this person. I think the most you've ever done is present a counterpoint or question why they have that point of view. But I don't think you've ever judged them. I don't think you've ever told them that they're flat out wrong. I don't think you've ever been angry with them because they disagree with you. I think that's a pretty unique dynamic for this person. And I think, that acceptance is one of the things that really makes them melt, because it feels like sinking into a warm bath. And I think that they know that they are safe with you. And I think that they know that they are safe with you throughout this messy transformation process. And I think that they really like to share all the little milestones along the way with you. Yeah, because I think that you give them positive feedback. You reflect back to them that you see all these subtle but gorgeous aspects of them that those milestones reveal. And I absolutely just think they feel 100% safe with you. Yeah, I just heard in my mind a sigh of relief. Just like, yeah, that's this person in your energy. You have a very nurturing energy, I think. I think you're curious about what makes people tick, but you're also curious about what would most help that person to grow. And I think that you want to give them that. Oh, interesting. So yeah, whenever two cards come out that are in sequence for me, that indicates that there's energy of progression here in this relationship. So yeah, we've already gotten transform and we've already gotten clover, which grows very quickly. And now we've gotten a progression within the cards. So yeah, there's some real growth energy present here. Oh, what? Look at what the Queen of Pentacles is holding. A crystal formation. What? That's so cool. A lot of swords energy here. Yeah, it's really clear to me from this spread that your person is still in the midst of transformation. Yeah, because this is a messy spread and it doesn't have like a neat and tidy conclusion. Your person is still doing the work. And that's beautiful. And I feel like your person potentially, I'm seeing here that there may be some reasons. Like they may have had very good reasons for keeping the most vulnerable and precious aspects of themselves hidden away beneath the surface. Because I feel like in the past, people have taken the knowledge of where their softest and most vulnerable parts were to just stick a knife right in that part. I feel like this person knows down to the depths of them that you would never. But knowing that and trusting that instinctually, like getting your mind on board with a concept, and then it sinks a level lower and it's getting your heart and your emotions on board, getting your instincts to come on board, that's a whole new level. Yeah, instincts. Because the job of instincts is to keep us alive. So to convince your instincts that something is safe, which has been just freaking catastrophic in the past, yeah, they're not an easy sell. Your instincts are like, cool, I'm glad that you're having a good time with this person, but yeah, we're still going to go ahead and guard our soft and mushy part, because that's the part where someone could kill us. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and keep the hard shell on that if it's all the same to you. Thanks. Okay, I'm tearing up again. That's okay. We're 3 for 3 with Melanie cried during the reading. The fact that this person would even approach trying to take down their walls for you, pile 3, you should feel so honored by that, because that is, I think this person thought they were going to go to their grave with a hard shell around their heart, and they were fine with it. I mean, I feel like their attitude toward it was like, I mean, it's not the ideal situation, but it is what it is, whatever. There's still fun things about life. You know, so what? I'll never have like vulnerable, authentic, real love. Like, yeah, that would have been great. But there's still travel. There's still food. There's still my dog. I mean, I'm talking, that's clearly like a very personal to me list of the 3 things that I like most in the world. Travel, food, and my dog. I could have added tarot in there and you would have been like, I wonder if she's talking about her. The answer, yes. But whatever their things are that bring them joy. Like, I feel like they had just resigned themselves to yeah, so I'm going to just, live the rest of my life with a candy coating shell around my heart that nobody can break through. And yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. There's still, movies, video games. I'm trying to think of things other people might like. But then they met you. And you started to melt that candy coating shell around their heart. And yeah, they are still very much in the transformation phase of that. So yeah, if this is a pile where you are hoping that your person is about to make an offer, or if this is an ex that's no contact, let me just say, I would continue to just send them all of the amazing, interact with them exactly as you have been, even if that's only energetically, because you are drawing them forward. You are a magnet drawing them forward on this ascension journey. But this is not going to be a situation where tomorrow they're leveled up and they call you and make an offer. They understand the sheer amount of work that they have to do. And I think they're distracted by how all-consuming and overwhelming this work, this up-leveling, this transformation is. But yeah, you made them see, first of all, that there is more to life, and that more could be for them. With this Two of Swords, I feel like you took the blindfold off. It's interesting that I heard a sigh of relief as I was dealing out these cards, because these two bushes with the roses on them here remind me of lungs. And so I feel like you have made this person feel like they could draw a deep breath for the first time, maybe in years, pile 3. Yeah, I think that you are, out of all 3 piles, I think melt is the most appropriate word with this pile, because you are melting this hard wax shell that they have built to protect all of their weak and vulnerable parts. You are melting it. And yeah, and they feel safe to trust you to support them during this transformation, and they feel safe with revealing this transformation to you and revealing the mess that they're in as they're part of it, because they know you won't judge them. But they certainly aren't at a point of feeling worthy to make some kind of offer toward you. So yeah, I wouldn't wait with bated breath about that, but I do feel like that is the end goal of this transformation as a whole. Oh, interesting. I did the same thing in pile 2, as I accidentally set this deck down face up, and I just noticed that the back of the deck energy is this raccoon, investigate, and we also got the curious card. So yeah, this person wants to know everything about you, pile 3. They are in. Let's get some letters, numbers, and charms. So if this is resonating, I would love for you to let me know in the comments. Let me know how, if you feel comfortable sharing. Yeah, give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this. Oh, I set the tray down upside down. You can barely tell, but I can tell, and it'll bother me. Yeah, subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this. I do offer personal readings. You can go to bluebirdandbetarot.com, and there's instructions there. It's also, the information is in the description. But yeah, I would love to connect with you more, pile 3. That would be amazing. Okay. Okay, so we have G, U, H, A, N. Okay, so Han, this is making me think of the character from the Fast and Furious movies, Han. I have not personally seen those movies, but I know everybody just like loves that character so much. So yeah, I feel like you are a very lovable person, pile 3. Okay. Oh, and also Han Solo. Come on now. How could I forget Harrison Ford? How could I forget Star Wars, Han Solo? So yeah, actually I will say that is not a bad template for that idea of like having a hard outer shell, but an ooey gooey center. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Guano, that means like bat dookie. And so, yeah, there could be something about like this person can see through BS. Yes. Okay, so we've got, we don't have the trailing E, but definitely we've got change here. And yeah, there is like change coming out right on top of transform. Like, was this energy already here? 100%. Yeah, this is the pile of change. Like, this is the pile of total 180, complete 180. With go, so yeah, that could be travel energy. That could also just be like the Chariot card, like moving forward in life. Yeah, and I think that you have inspired this person to understand that life is for them. They can go anywhere they want to go. Oh, I love it. Okay, UH, anytime there's U, that makes me think of university, and because then you can match it up with other letters. Like, so UH are the 2 letters that are left out after can go. So University of, I don't know, nothing's springing to mind, but yeah, maybe you have made this person understand that they can go back to school if they want to go back to school. That's pretty cool. Look at that. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Okay, so we've got 3, 0, 4, 5, and 3. So 3, 4, 5, that's pretty cool. Also 33, matched pair energy. So you can definitely mix these letters up as well. 34, 53, 50, 40, 30, all of that. So that can be numbers that mean like anything. That can be birth month, birth date, engram number, life path number, address, just any kind of number that has significance. Okay, we've got Sagittarius. This one wanted to fly. Capricorn, Scorpio, and Pisces. Oh, yes. Wow, this is all 3 piles that we've gotten some sort of nautical symbolism in. That's so interesting. But yeah, with the anchor and the owl, I feel like, yeah, you feel like such a stable energy and such a wise energy and such an accepting energy that, yeah, they feel like, okay, I can stop for a minute. I can stop trying to outrun these arrows. yeah, I can also, this arrow is giving me like goal setting energy, forward motion energy. But yeah, I think that you made them feel like there's a safe place to rest. And yeah, I mean, I really just feel like you have made them feel safe to start to dismantle these walls and go through this gigantic transformation. Yeah, you've given them this sense of acceptance and stability. And I think that, yeah, I think that you have been more of a big key in their life than you realize, more than you give yourself credit for. Yeah, and the butterfly, I mean, come on. If there is a stronger symbol that means transformation, I don't know what it is. Like, the butterfly is mega transformation energies. It was also the sticker for pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1 at all, you might want to check it out. But finally, with this sewing machine, this is what is so beautiful to me because, yeah, I think that they have kind of stitched their heart, I think, was shattered into a million pieces very early on. And I think that they then stitched it together in painful and not very functional ways with, what is in psychology referred to as maladaptive coping mechanisms. So that might have been drugs, that might have been alcohol, that might have been binge eating, that might have been just putting the shell around and not letting anybody in and being like very isolated, is at least emotionally. All of those things. And I think that while they weren't very functional coping mechanisms and they were painful, they at least helped this person to survive. But with this sewing machine, I think that you are the first person that has helped them to understand that they can tear out all those bad stitches that they put in. They can then assemble the pieces of their heart in the way that those pieces are meant to be assembled, and they have the skills to sew their heart back together again in the way that it was meant to be. And I think that you are the first person who really opened their minds to that possibility. And yeah, I think that you are the impetus for this transformation because you are the first person that started to melt that protective shell. So yeah, that's what makes them melt, or that's what melts about them that you instigated, which is pretty brilliant, pile 3, pretty amazing, and speaks very well of you. Alrighty, so that is what I have for you. Again, if it resonated, I would love it if you would leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you'd like to see more readings like this. And I'm also available for personal readings at bluebirdandbtarot.com, information in the description. But for now, I am going to close by letting you know that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. Okay, bye. Hello, everybody, and we are going to go through the decks that were used in today's reading, if that's something that you're interested in. So first, the tarot decks. Pile 1 was the Way of the Panda Tarot. Okay, pile 2, the Wild Unknown Tarot. Pile 3, the Rainbow Heart Tarot. Okay, and then the Oracle cards, we have the Crystal Grid deck. Okay, what's the name of this deck? It's something Radiance. Yeah, I got it off of Kickstarter. Wow, it's like divine radiance or something. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll put it in the description. Okay, this is the Power Animals of the Planet deck. It's available on Etsy. Okay, and then we have the Bohemian Wild Lenormand. Okay. Alrighty, so those are the decks that I used in the reading today, and I'm going to wrap this up again by telling you that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. Okay, bye.